Good morning, buddy. How are you doing today? Today, I'm going to talk about something very, very important to our kids and to our society. Why? Because this is important to a country like Sri Lanka. Uh, you know about my videos. Actually, I made these videos in order to make a new society, new world order, new societal order. Why I'm saying you like this? Because last 47 years of my life history, from my life I have seen in 17 uh, in 70s and the 80s there was a some kind of a innovative mind of our people in Sri Lanka people, but after 1995 1996, because of country's economic situation, our country's war footing war situation because of war, and many people, many Sri Lankans, many innovative minded and inspirational minded people, many highly educated people, many scientists, right? Many much more number of it's a kind of a sustained number of engineers and the scientists and the highly educated professionals who left from the country. So that was I think that is a very bad significant and a bad impact to our country and future of Sri Lanka. As a result of that, the war was finished at that time, 2009. At that time, we thought actually we are coming to a new era. Sri Lanka will be one of the great country, one of the most prosperous and developed countries in the world, we thought. But unfortunately, it has not happened like this. Why? I tell you some common scenarios and some common reasons. Our people were foolish. Secondly, we get betrayed by the political leaders, right? Political leaders. Still, until this very moment, there are some people who's worshipping to the Rajapaksha family. So there is obviously, it's like this. Until the Second World War finish, there are some people in Germany who's saying to Hitler, "Hey Hitler, hey Hitler," like that. He was a dictator. He killed more than 60 million Jewish and the Russians. 3.5 million Russians he killed. Even though people see on their eyes what's happening in this dunya, this world, but unfortunately, people's mind, the mistake of the people's mind and the to facing this is the world that we are facing, the reality. What is the reality called? It is been blinded. The reality is been blinded always uh, by something, by some kind of you can say like a cloud. Especially if you are going in a good pathway, in a correct pathway through your mind, you can get good results. If not, you will be blinded. You will be blinded. Why I'm saying you like that? Because with a couple of reasons. Uh, as many as people see the political power to their benefit, right? So that is what has happened. People were fooled and people were betrayed. People were sabotaged. People were betrayed. You can say traded. There are so many political traitors. So that's why it has happened to Sri Lanka like that. And state corruption has skyrocketed, and also economy has gone down, and mass corruptions as well as family corruptions. and many more things was happened. Rajapaksa family and their members were looted the country. So as a result, exactly 1 year ago, at this day, at the same day, 9th of May, he went to, he ran away from his palace, right? So why I'm saying you all of these things? Because we see uh, something sustainable, something at this very moment, something which is unique, something which is useful, something which is uh, helpful to develop to our life and our country, some facts, some theories, some practices, some disciplines. I try to explain to my people, right? Always I'm going to do that. So that is my task. And but one more thing I have to tell you, I'm not a communist person. I'm not a totally capitalist person. I love the freedom of the people, freedom of speech, human rights, freedom of press, freedom of having the opposition idea, freedom of uh, you can say hunger strikes or protest or marching or protesting or unresting. These things people have to do. That is their human rights. That is their right to have a different opinion, different political opinion, right? So world order has been changing, right? These days we are talking about. I saw a video and I analyzed the video with current world trends and current world orders, right? So as continue in my last video, there are some gaps, and you can say some world order has some gaps. This been it has the gaps has been filled up by the China, which is not US has thought about to. These things are insignificant. These gaps are not no longer with us like that US has thought, but unfortunately US has fallen down. Three or four Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan, Merrill Lynch, and Credit Suisse. There are a lot of banks, state-owned banks, also private banks, financial institutions, stock market. Everything in the United States has collapsed, right? So that's basically that's a very bad thing. That's a very bad thing, and that's a very sad thing to the US. But what happened? Where these monies will be going on? This money will be going to China for sure, mostly sure. Actually, once upon a time, let's say 30 to 40, 40 to 40 to 50 years, that was a golden era of United States. Why I'm saying you like that? Because people were highly educated people, but now I don't know what was happened. That everything has coming to the top of its peak, head of the curve, and it will go down. Everything. It's a normalization in this world. It's a normal theory. It's a unique theory in this world, in this dunya. Wherever you go, whatever you do, there is something begin, top, live, and end. Right? Now it's the ending part, and another country will move up, and it will go to the high top, and it will go down. So this is how it goes, right? Also, when it comes to China, China and India, they are both bounding and rounding and rebattling to gain the power of chip industry, semiconductor industry. There are three consecutive things three basic things that you have to understand when it comes to the chip industry. First thing is designing the chip. Second is building, development of the chip. Third thing is manufacturing and making the chips and installing into the devices. There are four countries in the world at the moment making the chip Sweden, mm, South Korea, Taiwan, China, and sorry, five countries USA. Right? USA is major, but at the moment China also gaining this power. Now every country, there should be a uh, you can say there should be a balance of political and as well as industry standards, right? When it comes to the labor law, when it comes to the uh, sustainability, when it comes to the production, right? When it comes to the capital, venture capital, and when it comes to the market and strategies, everything, there should be a kind of a standard. But there is a question. There is a question in front of us. India has been so far. How far India has achieved that? Whatever I say, the achieve the goals. Because the US, they are they if they need something, they are they think first. They think their benefits only, right? Not any other things. So that is how it goes on. China and US are fighting with each other. If the Taiwan has, I forgot to tell you about the Taiwan as well. Taiwan also one of the key player manufacturing the chips, right? So if the Taiwan has fallen in case of India, definitely get the opportunity, right? So that's all about the geopolitics. And today I have to remember you. Sorry, tomorrow, the 10th of May is the Victory Day of Russia, 1945. Victory over this Soviet Union, victory over the World War II in 1945. So that was commemorated by the dictator Putin. He is a dictator. I'm saying anytime I'm not, I'm bravely say that he must be destroyed and his allied must be destroyed because what he's doing to the Ukraine, in although the Ukraine is being fooled, there's an American puppet as a Ukrainian president, but I would say he never left his country, right? He never left his country because he after now almost 1.5 years the war, he's holding his country until the very final moment, right? I don't know what will be the future. So that's what happened, all about the geopolitics. Now let's move on to our psychology and our uh, coaching theories and coaching video. Because I'm doing these two videos in combination. Quickly, I make a review of the video. Uh, there are 7 steps how to improve your memory skills at any age. You have to make the memory perfectly, right? Some people don't know what they are doing actually. So you have to be very careful and you have to be do something. These 7 steps are aligned with this some kind of new things you can start in order to improving your memory skills, your memory power of your memory, right? Try something new. You have to first thing is you have to try something new. You do something new, you change your strategies, you change your theories. Not completely, don't change your principles. If it is a good principle, don't change it. Try something new. Try to do something new. Maybe sports, maybe music, something like that. maybe learning something new, that kind of thing. Try something new. That's number one. Number two, do regular exercises, day and night. If you can do it day, it's better. If you can do it night, or that's also better, right? So do the exercise regularly. That's very very important. And make some time to prayers and the meditation. You have to do it, right? Make your time to meditation. Make your time to prayers, right? Uh, that's more important. You know about the meditation, yoga, something, blah blah, something like that, right? And number one, two, three, four, use your less dominant heart. Less dominant. You should be not dominant too much. Something. It will lose your brain. It will lose your memory. Right? Don't make it everything hard. Don't grab it everything hard. Don't monopolize anything. Just leave it. Right? Then other thing is learn new language. Learn new music. Improve your skills. Learn how to sing. Learn how to dance. Learn the new music. Learn the new language. That's the most important. One of the most important. But this is scientifically and technically, yes, this is depends on person to person. This is what I have found out from my experiment in the LinkedIn and the Google, right? And other thing is, you can learn new language. So I learned French, I learned Arabic, I learned Urdu. These are better three languages I mostly love, and of course English is like my mother tongue, and Sri Lankan language also I know. So I know many more. I'm happy about it and I'm proud about it. So learn new language, learn new music, improve your skills, skills development. There are so many programs you can see, paid programs, unpaid programs in YouTube YouTube channels, right? There are some exercises, there are some workshops, right? All about this. And play board games, snowboarding, and also the scuba diving, and lot of things. This is related to European people. Board games like carom and those things. If we have the time, we can do it in Sri Lanka. But as you know, due to the current situation in Sri Lanka, uh, it's very hard to do. We have to fight for the rights. We have to fight for our everything. We have to fight for our freedom. We have to fight. We had to fight for. We will have to fight for our basic needs, right? And the last thing, it says, spend the time with your family and with your friends. But this is most important thing. You have to spend your time with your family and with your friend. So if you are not spending your time with your family and with your friends and with your relatives, and you make a free mind always. Try to become free. Always try to do the free things, right? Build up yourself as a free person. That is most importantly, right? You should be as a free person. You should be as a free thinker. You should be as a free philosopher. If not, you will be failed. Spend the time with them. Spend the time with your friends. Spend the time with your family. Spend the time with your people, your colleagues. That's how you have to use the time. So then your brain will achieve your targets. You will gain your targets. Whatever that you are achieving, you will gain your targets. That is the most important thing, because I would say you one thing: the life is unpredictable. This life is unpredictable. We do not know what will happen in the next few hours. You know about the few months ago, I think 2 to 3 months ago, 2 months ago, I think 2 or 3 months ago. Yeah, I'm sure there was an earthquake in Turkey. Say morning it has happened 8:30, 9 o'clock, like that, right? Early morning people were very keen on, and very bravely people work, and people never thought about, they never thought about there will be an earthquake after a few hours. Life is imminent. Life is unpredictable. Anytime, anything happen to anybody in anywhere. We are living these days and present situation currently. We live in a one hand holding the death, and one hand holding the life. This is the current situation of the world. It is unpredictable. We do not know what will happen to us in the future. So always be happy. Always be love to live in this world. Love to each other. Maybe you will karma will be coming to you, and you will be escape from the earthquake. See how many people from that earthquake would escape, would have been escape, still escaped and evacuated. They are the lucky people who they can live another 30 years or 40 years or 50 years or 60 years in this world, in this dunya. So look at them. How it could happen? Someone can say, by the God miracle, by Allah's miracle, it could happen. Somebody can say karma. Of course, I believe karma. And in their past life, they have done something good to escape and to rescue some animals or someone. So that's why it has happened to them at this time. They got rescued. He or she got rescued. That's all about the earthquake. There are some cancer survivors, right? Look at the 30 years of war in Sri Lanka. This is the land, this is the promised land for us, Sri Lanka. It's our country. Unfortunately, the biggest problem in our people, we are not united. I'm saying you again, we are not united. This is the problem with our people in Sri Lanka as well as here in the foreign countries as well. People are not united. People are not united. This is the problem. What we can do for that? I'm sorry, we cannot do anything for that, because it is very hard to predict, and it is very hard to correct the people, to make them I don't know, however the who make them into suffer in this kind of situation, and also why they are doing it, what is the reason, as well as uh, I would like to say something like this way. It is very hard them to get it on to a board and come to a getting into a table which is common equal, I mean common agreement, to make them in common understanding, stability, and the common agreement between the united, common united level, common unique level, united. They are not united. This is the problem. Sri Lanka is the country, and also India has the same situation. Sri Lanka and India and Pakistan, the countries which we have mostly divided people. Mostly divided people. That's why the Europeans now, even till the very moment, till now, till today, most of the Europeans, they are united. Most of the Americans, they are united. Most of the Chinese, they are united, because when it comes to China, that's a different scenario. That is a different theory, because they are communist people, right? When it comes to Russia, they are, I mean, not united. I would say they are not united, but they have a dictatorship. By forcing them, by killing them, by smashing and trampling the people's human rights and human people's freedom of speech, freedom of having the opposite political view, freedom of having protest against the government and against the Vladimir Putin, they are obsessed. They are crunch. They were packed their mind. They were they are living in a one framework only. That's how the dictatorship and fascism is applied to the country like Russia, because they were being betrayed. But I would not say capitalism is 100% correct, or socialism is 100% correct, because socialism and the communism, they have a lot of good impact and good results, good facts we can apply till today, right, till this very moment. So when it comes to the human rights, I'm sorry, Russia has failed. Russia has been failed. So it depends on the society, it depends on the country, it depends on your social perspectives, right? So that's all about my video today. God bless you. Saranai. Buddha bless you. We will see you another great video. Bye bye.